I ain't worried about it. Can't fuck around. Can't fuck around. I ain't worried about it. 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 I ain't worried about it.
Nah, how long does it take you? 35 minutes to drive?
Yeah,
That's not too bad.
it's not too bad,
And
is
it's a
it?
good gym as well.
Yeah, when I first came here, I was getting the trainer.
Is it?
Yeah, when I was getting the train, it was like hard. Like having to get up, especially in the mornings, get up at 5 in the morning to get on the train.
Really?
Yeah.
And then what time would you get back?
Get back home
Yeah.
at 3 in the evening.
Yeah, so it's
But
still...
now I've got a car now. You know, it happens. You win a few fights,
Yeah.
get a car,
Get
you can just
drive about. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's it.
Makes it a lot easier.
Do you ever go away for camp or?
For the start of last camp, we went out to Portugal for the start
For
of
the
the
dairy,
last
the
camp.
dairy fight.
Yeah, for the Dave Matthews fight, we went to Portugal for the start of camp, and we went there for like 12 days. Tough stuff, really tough, especially being like here every day, being with my coach from morning until night, and having
Yeah.
to get up every morning.
And it's
It was
familiar as well, people around
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
familiar and all that.
So far, it's been 13. No, it's been 14 weeks so far. I got another 2 weeks,
Really?
but I like having a long camp, so you make room for error. So
Yeah.
you know, some weeks you might feel like you might have a bad week.
Yeah.
You might have a bad spar every now and again.
Mm.
You might make a few mistakes.
Yeah.
So having a long camp, it just allows me to
Make
have
those
room
mistakes and be able
for the mistakes.
Yeah.
If I don't make the mistakes, like this camp's been so good, I haven't had any bad weeks or anything.
Yeah. Because you're up for this fight.
I'm just trying to maintain it now, you know, just trying to maintain it. So, you know, just got to maintain my fitness, maintain my
Sharpness.
focus and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So, yeah, that's it really.
Because you didn't have a long time out in between this fight and Derby, like massive-wise, is it? It's not a massive...
Yeah, after the Dave Matthews fight, I only had 2 weeks off.
Really?
Yeah, 2 weeks off because they wanted me to fight on June the 3rd. You know, they had a show on at June the 3rd at the O2.
Yeah.
I started getting into camp for that one, and then I just thought that I haven't got enough time to get the weight off, to get
Really?
fit,
Yeah.
to get my mind back focused. Because I feel like after my Dave Matthews fight, I was still celebrating the fight for so
Good
long.
win. Good win.
Even when I got back into the gym,
Yeah.
I was still celebrating the fight.
Yeah.
You know, I was still enjoying life.
Of course, because there's a lot of hype towards that fight,
Exactly,
do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And that's more so down to you, because we were saying on the way up here, your amateur kind of record or
Yeah.
your amateur career
Yeah.
didn't last that long. It wasn't
It
like,
didn't.
why was that?
Money. If I had the finances, I would have stayed amateur for a few more years.
Would you?
But you know, I was on job seekers allowance.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Making £52 a week to get me to the gym and back, and it wasn't easy to use £52 to get to the gym, get back, and I think I was at the Repton. You know, we had Tony Burns, who was our coach at the Repton.
Yeah.
Every now and again, he might give me £10, £20, £30.
Yeah.
If I won a fight, sometimes he used to give me like £50 after my fights.
Really?
Yeah, just to keep me going. But then after a while, I thought I can't keep living like this.
Yeah.
Either I'm gonna get a job and I won't have time to box,
Yeah.
or I'm gonna turn pro and just
Graft it up.
give it my chances.
How did that actually happen? How did you get to turn pro?
I met my first ever coach, Tunde Ajayi, through my friend Anthony Yards. Introduced me to him.
Yeah.
You know, so I had my first and second fight under Tunde,
Yeah.
and you know, things happened in life. You know, things happened and we separated.
Okay.
I didn't leave him. He didn't kick me out. It was both of our
Mutual
mutual
decision.
agreement.
Yeah.
It wasn't too much on good terms, but it was a
Okay.
mutual agreement.
Right.
You know, now me and him are on good terms. Like if I see him, you know, we can have a laugh, we can have a joke.
Yeah.
These things that you learn from.
Of course.
And you know, I had my first and second fight under him. I learned a lot, and then you know, I separated from him, came over to Tony Sims.
Yeah. And how did that? Did you know the family already? Or
No,
did you
I
know?
never knew Tony Sims. I met him through my friend James Argent. He's from the Only Ways
Oh,
Essex.
yeah.
I remember speaking to Argent. I was like, who am I gonna go with? What's next? Me and my coach, we've had like a little fallout.
Yeah.
What's next? So he was like, and my mate Charlie, his dad's a pro coach. I'll take you down his gym.
Charlie, is it Charlie Sims?
Charlie Sims, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, I came down there, sparred Ricky Burns, and then Tony liked me from then.
Really?
So that was the start really, and then from then
So
we just
how many fights were you on when you first met Tony?
2 fights.
2 fights. So that was
I had
from
two
then. It was
fights.
2
Yeah,
fights.
I had 2 fights as a pro when I met Tony Sims.
How did that sort of differ from what you'd seen before? So short amateur,
Yeah.
a couple of pro fights. Was it something you really had to adapt to, or you just naturally?
No, I
felt
think I
at
naturally had a pro style anyway. You know,
home?
I always used to watch pro boxing. I never really watched amateur boxing, and I feel like the way that my fighting style is, it suited the pro game a lot better. That's why even though I've only had 18 fights as an amateur, my pro career has gone quite well because I've got an actual professional style.
Yeah, a lot of people have mentioned for this fight with Josh Taylor, he's got obviously a big amateur background behind him.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always equal out that suits in the pros, does it? So do
Exactly.
you think that's what the case is with you? You just
Most definitely. I think the kind of style he's got is going to work against him in this fight. I think it's, at the end of the day, it's the styles that makes fights, and he's still got a really amateur boxing style. You know, fast shots. He hasn't got any punching power. That's what it is in the amateurs. It's all about scoring points because it's only
Like,
3-4 rounds. But you know, with me, I can work hard, and with me, it's all about hard work, grit, determination, skill, endurance, being able to go for the 12 rounds.
Yeah.
I can fight from round 1. I can keep the same pace all the way to round number 12. Taylor's the kind of fighter that can't do that. He's been in the amateurs for so long, and what I've seen of him in the pro game is that his style hasn't adapted. He still fights like an amateur boxer. I fight like a pro boxer.
Yeah.
So I reckon I've got the advantage, and you know.
I think sometimes you look at amateurs, they're sort of so schooled and so
Yeah.
coached.
Yeah.
They almost kind of go into a default style.
Yeah.
Like a robot
Yeah.
almost, isn't it? It's like
And
you've
I've
been
heard-
programmed.
Yeah, I've heard you say that you haven't really got a style. You go into the ring and
Yeah.
you kind of work it all out as it
Definitely,
happens.
yeah. That's what I do. I don't have a style because I feel like I can't train for him to say, this is what he does, because he knows that that's what he does. And obviously, in every fight, you fix up on your mistakes. So he'll be a different fighter every single fight. So I can't say that this is how he's going to fight. So I more have an overview of what he does, go into the ring on fight night, work him out, and then just go from there.
So I think he said in the press conference that, like you said, he's quick.
Yeah.
And you're going to be too slow.
hmm
How do you see it going?
I reckon I think Dave Matthews said the same thing.
Yeah.
He said he said I fight like a novice. I'm too slow. I'm not a thinker. I'm just a puncher. All that stuff, because that might be how it looks on camera. I don't know. That might be how it looks on camera. Like, my record speaks for itself. I'm on the big stage. I'm the WBC silver champion, the current champion, 15-0. It speaks for itself. I feel like a puncher, a dumb puncher that's not a thinker, doesn't get what I've got in only
of course.
15 fights.
Yeah, of
I
course.
thought you looked against Matthews. I think
You look
surprised
composed.
a
I
lot
think
of
you were
Yeah.
very
people.
composed in that
Yeah.
the
fight.
way you fought in there and looked really slick.
hmm
Do you think people's opinions have changed a little bit since
It
that
did,
fight?
but I reckon after every fight, after I beat one person, they're always going to bring the next person and say,
Oh, but
he was too old.
Yeah.
This is the man's going to beat you. And then once I beat Taylor, he wasn't experienced enough. This is the guy that can beat you. And then when I beat the next guy, they'll keep on bringing new people with new reasons why
Yeah.
I beat the last person.
Is it? Do you find it hard to kind of, because you started off
Mm.
as a small hall fighter, you
Mhm.
started off, you've grafted, you kind
Yeah.
of got to where you're. I think you've boxed in Germany twice.
Yeah.
So, do you find it hard to kind of shrug that, not reputation, but shrug the whole small hall kind of thing
No.
off, or do you feel that people
I-
have forgotten that stage
I-
now and they know the level you're at headlining fights now?
Everyone's all forgot that stage. I'm at. If anything, that's a motivation for other people that I want to that
Yeah.
are on the up and coming. People that are fighting on small hall shows. My second fight, I made 180 pounds. I made
Wow.
under 200 pounds to
Wow.
fight, and you get into camp for a long time to fight these fights.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's
For
not,
100.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I reckon that's just inspiration, and motivation for
yeah.
anyone fighting on small hall shows, because that's where I come from, and I will always embrace it.
Yeah.
Even
I've seen you at a few of the small hall shows.
yeah, I still go there. You know, I'll never forget where I'm from. Even though I might be around a different circle now, I come from the streets. I'm from the roads. That's where I
Yeah.
come from. So I'm always there. I'm always in my hometown. I'm with my friends on the street corners. Sometimes, you
Yeah.
know, I could hang around my mates that are quite classy, that have got money. Then also I'm around all my street people. So I never forget where I come from. And I just believe that you have to embrace it. You have to embrace it, because everything where you come from is what makes you who you are.
Of course, and that's what a lot of people don't
Yeah.
don't take on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
They've come from a certain place,
Mhm.
run into a bit of money, and then they
Yeah.
kind of forget that
Yeah.
whole old person they were. But the old person that you are has made you who you are today.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
The other thing that seems to me you've done very cleverly
hmm
is sort of really embrace social media.
Yeah.
And we were saying on the way up, it's almost like because you haven't had, if you want to say, the amateur pedigree,
Yeah.
you've kind of used social media
Yeah.
to make yourself a
No.
noise, a name.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've created this
Yeah.
thing around you.
Yeah.
This enabled you to get fights that maybe if you hadn't have done that, you wouldn't have got. Would you say that's true?
That is 100% true. I reckon that's what boxing's about. It's about no one has to market yourself, especially when I turned pro, 2014, fighting on the small shows. Everyone wants to be signed to Eddie Hearn and fight on Sky Sports. Eddie Hearn's the man. I'm thinking, if I'm not getting tweeted by Eddie Hearn, how am I going to get known?
Yeah.
So I said, cool, I'm going to promote myself. I'm going to find every boxer out there and I'm going to call them all bums. I'm going to call them all bums and I'm going to disrespect everyone just to get attention. Because that's what it's all about. You get attention, people want to see you fight. The public want to see you fight. They might want to see you get beat, but they still want to see you fight. Once you get the attention, you've created a platform for yourself. So that's what I've done. I created a platform for myself. Other fighters looked at me and was like, oh, he's too arrogant, he's too cocky, I can't wait till he gets beat. But if you're good enough, you won't get beat. And I feel like that's a risk in itself. That was a risk in itself that I took, but because I was so confident in my own skills and my own ability, I could trash talk everyone and still be confident in my ability to win, to win fights. And that's basically just what I've done. So, years ago, they used to have all the billboards out there. You have to pay a lot of money to get your face up on the billboards.
Yeah.
Now you've got Instagram, you've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. We are walking billboards. So you create your own market. You choose how much of a following you have.
You really have to put the work in there, don't you?
Yeah.
Really.
And it don't really take that much work. You sit down every now and again, go on Facebook and call this guy a bum. Everyone sees it.
I might try it. I might try it. I've done
But having said that, what I also noticed was after the Derry Matthews fight ringside,
Yeah.
actually at the Josh Taylor press conference,
And now.
you gave them respect,
Yeah.
and you kind of, it's almost like that's done. I thought with the Josh Taylor, it's almost like I've got into a position that I wanted to be in. Now I can really talk about, I do respect you, and you were both called world-class fighters in that press conference. Do you feel you're at that level now?
Definitely. I don't feel like I need to deal with any of that stuff anymore. Regardless of whether I call people bums or not, people want to see me fight now. They might still want to see me lose, some want to see me win now, but I've created that for myself and I'm on a platform now where I don't have to do that. I've got Sky Sports now tweeting me all the time, Eddie Hearn tweeting me all the time. So they're putting me on a platform without me having to do it myself now.
Yeah.
So I feel like you have to build yourself up to a certain level and then let them do the work and let them build you up. And that's basically what I've done. It's not rocket science, it's quite simple.
Yeah. Boxing's a business at the end of the day.
Exactly,
so,
yeah.
So it's like training and being a good boxer is one thing, but it's like you say, building a brand, building a market for yourself is a totally other thing.
Definitely.
So what about, in a way, this fight's kind of come at a strange time for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because you're both up and coming prospects, if you want to use that word, both unbeaten, and
there's no world title on the
there's
line.
no world title. So a lot of people are surprised. I think people are not used to these 50-50 fights at this time. What was your motivation?
My motivation for this fight was I'm annoyed at how many people believe this guy can beat me, because I believe that I can be the best, and I believe that I'm not far away from the best right now. And they said that this guy can beat me, so I said, cool. I want to check. I reckon just about having a fighter's mindset, a warrior's mindset, or like a fighter's heart. Don't be afraid to take the big fights. All about taking it at the right time, and at this time the money's right now. They say the money, they say if you wait in the future, you could make more money from this fight. When I beat him, I'll be making more money in the next fight, regardless of who I fight.
Yeah.
And the money for this fight is really good. But it was all about having a warrior's mindset, but then be business smart at the same time.
Yeah.
You've got to be a mix of both. And with this one, it's just about the money was right, and I believe I can beat him.
So it's a bit of a no-brainer for you.
Exactly,
It's a no-brainer.
People have got to respect the fact that you're doing it. Do you know what I mean? As well.
Yeah.
But what do you see next? So once this one's done, where are you going, or do you just take?
After this fight, I'm going to New York. After this fight's done, I'm just going to take a holiday, have a holiday, not think about fighting. This camp's been a tough camp. I just want to get my mind off it, turn my phone off, not speak to anyone from the gym.
Yeah.
Not just get out, just to get away, because this fight's been so mentally tough. This camp's been so tough. Even though the fight I think will be easy, the camp's the tough part, and this camp's been really tough.
How long do you normally take out in between each fight before you go back in the gym?
2 weeks.
Is that long enough for you? Just
even though I say that I want to take months away from the gym, after about a week and a half, 2 weeks, I start missing the gym a lot, and I just want to get back in the gym. But I think after this fight, I'm going to take 3 to 4 whole weeks off.
Good about it, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You've seen like lots of other boxers around you who've been relatively successful but really haven't made money out of boxing. And is that something
people like Ricky Burns, people like Ricky Burns getting sued by Frank Warren, having to file for bankruptcy, things like that. People like him, I speak to them, I learn from them, from the good points in his career and the bad points in his boxing career. And when I speak to them, I realise that your achievements in boxing doesn't dictate the level of your success, as in how much money you're going to earn.
Because at the end of the day, it's a job. No matter what, there's glitz and glamour, lights and cameras and whatnot. But at the end of the day,
then you've got people like Annie Joshua and Dillian Wang who fought for a British title and made more money than people that are fighting for world titles. I made a lot more money than people fighting for world titles. So I reckon it's all about being business smart at the end of the day. People like Kevin Mitchell, I speak to him, even though he's made good, and like the money he's made in boxing has been good, he wasn't smart with a lot of the money that he made, and that's what he says to me when I speak to him. So then I learn from him. I ask him what mistakes he's made, what I should do, what I shouldn't do, and I take his advice. But that's what the game's about. It's having to learn in the ring, and outside the ring. And I just take. I'm taking everything that I can. I'm not in this game to give. I reckon I'm in this game to take as much as I can from as much people as I can, and that's the only way you become successful.
Of course.
Just taking all the knowledge that I can, taking all the ideas that I can, and then I'm using them to benefit myself.
Don't take much out of guys. Obviously, got a wicked gym down there.
Yeah.
Some great professionals.
Yeah.
Do you take much from them, or your own man? And
no, I take everything from them. I take all the knowledge. I ask them questions all the time. Even people that haven't had as much fights as me, people like Ted Cheeseman. I speak to him. I learn from him. He might not know. People like Conor Benn, I learn from him. I speak to him. Other people that haven't had as much fights as me, I think you can learn from everyone. Because you speak to everyone, you look at all their different experiences in boxing, the different amounts that they're earning on different levels, the business ideas that they all have, and I take it for myself the same way they're probably doing to me. When we interact, they're taking my ideas, I'm taking their ideas, and we just rub off each other, and and that's it. That's how it works.
Dividends, you're all doing well. I mean,
exactly, yeah.
So, just touch on it. So with Charlie Sims, what do you guys do? Because he's around the boxing scene quite a lot.
Yeah, he's my agent. So he works under Wasserman company. They're called
like
Wasserman.
A worldwide company, aren't they?
Yeah, and So but even though he works under them, and we're all signed under Wasserman, Charlie's the main one that I speak to. He's doing a good job. He's doing a good job. Even though he hasn't been in this field for a long time, he's got the right links, and he's a smart person. Charlie's a thinker, and he's a thinker. He's, even though I'm older than him by a few months, when I speak to him, it's like I'm speaking to someone older than me.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I'm speaking to someone older than me. So he's, we just all.
Not been around the game that long, but his dad. Is Tony his dad?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Tony's his dad.
He's been around the game for.
Yeah. So it's just all about learning from each other, being patient with each other. And just we all grow as a team, we all grow as one.
Who sort of looks after you in the boxing on a day-to-day basis in the training camp there?
Tony Sims, who's my coach.
Every day?
Yeah, every single day Tony's in the gym. He'll be there before I go there, and I'll still be in the gym after I'm done in the gym. I feel sorry for him sometimes, because after my fight, when I go out on a holiday, he's in the gym still. He's still in the gym.
Often,
So after my fight, like the weekend after the fight, he might phone me and be like, what are you up to? I'll be like, I'm out here enjoying life, I'm doing this. and I'll be like, have you been? You been out on holiday? They're like, nah mate, I'm still in the gym.
Been there since 6 in the morning.
John Ryder's got a fight next weekend.
They must really love the sport to sort of just do it
he does.
Day after day. But he must be so knowledgeable.
He is, yeah. He is, so that's why for him taking me on as a fighter in itself is good, because that shows me I can get far, because he's had other world champions like Ricky Burns, Darren Barker, he's had other people, British champions, Kevin Mitchell. He will come and go, and he has faith in me, and he believes that I can get there. So if he believes I can get there, who am I to say that I can't get there?
Did you go into boxing because you sort of loved it, or you felt it was the only way that you were gonna kind of etch out a career for yourself?
I started boxing in a youth club where I was in trouble. I think I was in bail for Class A drugs and for DBH, Section 18, which is only one down from attempted murder.
Right.
I was only 15, 16 years old, I think, 17 years old, and I was in a youth club. They had a boxing coach that used to come in every Wednesday, and it was just a hobby, something that I just liked. I got into it, I liked it, and since then, I kept on doing it. It was nothing I looked at as a career, just something that I wanted to do. I liked it, and next thing, I'm WBC Silver Champion.
Not bad going, is it?
Exactly, it's a great thing.
Is that
It's a
the
great
route
feeling.
you're going to look to take then, the WBC route, or is it
Just the
not-
money route. Wherever all the money is at, that's where I am.
Yeah.
My next fight, I think I'm fighting for the Commonwealth title.
Is it for the Commonwealth as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
because it needed some
yeah.
sort of belt on the line, didn't it? Because
Yeah.
it's such a big fight, it needed something.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about the belt really. Just tell me how much I'm getting paid and
Show you the check.
and tell me where to go.
So
and I'm
world
there.
ranking and stuff doesn't matter too much.
Nah, don't bother me
Money,
at all.
money, money.
It's just money. It's just business, to be honest.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Right,
that's it,
well,
really.
Ohara, thank
Lovely
you
to
very
meet
much
you.
for the time,
Thank you
bro.
very much.
Nice
Anytime.
one. Nice one, bro.
See you, bro. Anytime.
Body, body.